Lord and speak of the Lord. Maybe it is some things of severe depression and suicidalness. Maybe you feel imprisoned. Maybe you've had enough of church. Maybe you've been damaged by church. Church has caused a lot of problems for believers over the centuries, and church has been guilty of many tragedies over the years. As you know, I work on building sites, and in order to carry out our tasks, we have what's called a scaffold. And the scaffold is not the building, but the scaffolding is there for a purpose. It is there to give us a working platform, it's there to give us accessibility, and so we can carry out our tasks, and it's to keep us safe, and it's got severe guidelines and things to keep us safe while we're working there. But if any of you ever worked on a scaffold, they can be incredibly annoying. They can be frustrating. And 85% of the scaffold is good, but 15% or whatever, there is a percentage of the scaffold which you cuss. Many swear words have been uttered on a scaffold, not because of anything, but because of the scaffold itself. There's the dreaded scaffold that's too low, and you bang your head on the bolts that hang down. They cause nasty gashes. Of course, you should be wearing a safety hat, which makes it even worse because you forget your hat is actually up here. You jar your neck on the scaffold. You then have the annoying over safety conscious scaffold, which is all full of diagonal braces, and you're then having to clamber over braces and struggling. You then have the issue of the access ladder that goes up through the scaffold has a very tiny portal which I can't get my shoulders through. I have to go up diagonally to get my shoulders through the aperture and go up the ladder one hand at a time, because I can't get both hands up. I have to go like this, and you're going up one side because it's so restricting, because it's there to stop people from falling down, and so it's there for as a safety factor, but it is so annoying. You then have at the top, when the ladder goes off the outside, you have the wonderful idea of the heavily sprung gate, which is they're designed to stop people walking off the end of the scaffold, but as you step onto the scaffold, it's so powerfully sprung that it actually pings you off the ladder and you fall 30 foot onto the floor. Scaffolding. It is so annoying. You know, the church can be like the scaffolding. It's not about the building, but it's there. It's there to help us. The church is there to help us access our calling and our ministry. It's there to give us a good working platform. It's there to keep us safe. And there's principles instilled to help us carry it out. But you know, sometimes the church can really hurt. It can be so annoying. There can be so many guidelines and restrictions. And that has all been implemented. Obviously, different churches implement their safety regulations in different ways. And many people have thought, oh, I've had enough of this. I've hurt myself so many times. There's so much restriction. There's so many safety things. There's so many rules. Okay, to be one without the scaffold. Don't really know what this means, really. Just want to show off my work. The scaffold came down and it revealed the beauty of the building. And so, very often, we get carried away with the scaffolding and we forget what it's really about. But it's about the house of the Lord and the kingdom of God. And so, can I ask you, if you've been hurt by church, it's actually really good. It's there for a purpose. It's there to help us access and carry out our ministry. But if you've been hurt by the church, if you've been damaged by it, like a scaffold, can I ask you to embrace it again? And know that it's not about the building, it's about the building, it's about the work of God, it's about the hand of God, it's about the house of the Lord. And one day the scaffolding will go, and what the Lord has designed will be revealed. Can I ask you where you want to be in 10 years' time? 10 years' time, where do you want to be? Do you want to be in the state of depression? Do you want to be in the state of lost your way? Do you want to still be in this state? You don't want to be there. In 10 years' time, where do you want to see it? How do you see yourself? I want to see myself as a man of faith. I want to see myself someone who knows what it is to walk with the Lord more and more. I want to see myself as healthy. I want to see myself as strong. I want to see myself as content with the things of God. I want to see all the things I've dreamed of in the kingdom of God coming to fruition. Well, I need to take those steps today and say, I'm going to step out of this prison. I'm going to step out of this sleep. I'm going to arise. I'm going to start seeing things with faith. I'm going to start seeing with the prophetic. I want to see how God sees things. I want to spend time in prayer. I want to spend time speaking in tongues. I want to start giving the glory of the wonder to God on the most basic of things. Of all that I learn, of all that I come across, I want to say, how great thou art. Then sings my soul. About 10 to 12. Okay. Can't finish without using a visual aid. So here you have my laser device. I'll try and go to a higher place so it does not. Okay. So when I'm using my laser, because it's battery operated, I like to keep switching it off. So I have to keep checking, is it on or is it off? And I keep bending down to look. Is it on? Yes, it's on. So then I came up the brainwave. Instead of looking at it, I can just look around and see if it's on. It's on. I don't have to go looking. Yes, it's on. So it's still working. And it's just a very, very, very simple one. Okay, very simple. Sorry. Very simple illustration of, sometimes I wonder if I'm doing any good. I keep looking to see if God's really in me, if God's really doing anything. I keep looking to see, am I good enough? Am I really making any impact? I keep looking within. And I just look around, I realise the effect I'm having on people. In the church, in the family, in the building sites. I don't have to keep looking, thinking, am I doing any good? I can just see it all around. I can see my effect. I can see the laser line on my work colleagues, the conversations I have, and the people I bless. It's you too today. I want us just to step out, cross over today. If you're feeling tired, if you're feeling anything negative towards the kingdom of God, I'd like to pray with you. For the last 5-10 minutes, I'd just like to pray with you. We could have a song, and then if you'd just like to come to the front, I'd just like to pray with you. You're just thinking, you know what, I'm through with being depressed, I'm through with being fed up. I've got to rise. I need to start eating spiritual food. You're right. Jesus said there'll be wars and there'll be rumours of wars. The people in Eastern Europe, Ukraine, are feeling the effect of wars. But we're feeling the effects of rumours. We're hearing about wars. And that's having a great effect. Rumours cause fear, don't they? And that can really cause a dampen on your spirit. I expect we've all struggled spiritually over these last couple of months. But now we've dealt with that, we've got to stand up and start moving on, start saying we're going to start moving out in faith. Start moving out in faith. So I'd like to pray with anyone who just says, I want to arise. I want to step forward. I want to awaken, come out of my prison.